Jai Hind to all. Myself Shikha Agarwal, Assistant Professor in Department of Information Technology from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. So today we are going to talk about one type of sorting, that is heap sort. So before I start with the concept of heap sort, we should know what do you mean by the term sorting. When I'm using the word sorting, so in the case of sorting algorithm, basically it is used to rearranging the given list or the nodes or the list of elements according to the comparison operator, depending upon which either we are using an ascending order or descending order. So we have to do the comparison, we have to use the comparison operator, which is the help of the comparison operator. We need to decide what is the new order of the elements in by using the respective data structure. So when I'm talking about the sorting, as we all know, there are the 7 to 8 types of sorting, but in this video lecture we are going to talk about only the heap sort. So these is the list of the various types of sorting, and here we are going to discuss about the one algorithm which is called heap sort. When I'm talking about the heap sort, basically heap sort is a comparison based sorting technique in which what we need to do is we have to generate the binary heap data structure. Somewhere we can say it is similar to the selection sorting, where we have to find the minimum element and we have to place that particular element in the beginning, and this particular method is being repeatedly until and unless all the elements will hold its own exact position. When I'm talking about the heap sort, it is not a stable, but it is made, or you can say it can be made stable. And in this we can say heap sort is an in place algorithm, right? If I'm talking about its speed or technically, then we can say 2 to 3 times slower than if we are talking about the well implemented quick sort. Basically in the case of why it is 2 to 3 times slower, because it's a long process to go through a sorting, heapify basically. But in the case of quick sort, with the help of the quick sort, what we are doing it, a given array is being divided in the 2 partitions again and again until we reaches to the final destination. The reason of slower is that we can say it is a lack of locality of references, right? So when I'm talking about the heap sort, first of all we should know what do you mean by the term heap. A heap is a complete binary tree, and the binary tree we can say in which the nodes can have the utmost 2 childrens, right? Because as we have already studied about the binary tree, a tree which is having utmost 2 children. A complete binary tree is a binary tree in which all the levels except the last node should be filled completely and all the nodes should be left justified. So we can say we are talking about the heap. When I'm talking about the heap sort, first of all we have to understand how the algorithm works. In the case of the heap sort, what we need to do is we have to, this is the name of the function heap sort, we have to apply on the array, and what we need to do is we have to create a one function that is called build max heap. What do you mean by this function? This is the code for understanding how the build max heap works. So we'll explain you later. Before that, we have to talk about this particular sorting algorithm works from I is equals to length of array to the 2, right? In the reverse direction, we have to swap the first element with the ith element, and into this case again and again the heap size is being decreased by 1. How it is being decreased by 1? Because onto that algorithm we have to call the one function which is called max heapify. Again, this is the code for the max heapify, how that particular code works. So before we talk about the heap sort algorithm, we should know what do you mean by the term build max heap and max heapify function. When I'm talking about the build max heap function, basically it will find the size of the array that is equals to the length of array, and what we need to do is we have to apply the loop from the length of array divided by 2 minus 1 up to 1, sorry, and then we have to apply the max heapify function onto the given array, right? Basically this particular functions plays a very important role. What we need to do, as we all know, when I'm talking about the tree, So in the case of binary tree, it always have a two child, either a left child and right child. So what we need to do, we have to apply the max hippify function on the array ARR and on the element that is I. Now if I am using the letter L, which indicates the left child, R is a right child. So now what we need to check is, we have to check the ith element if it is left child is greater or right child is greater. So into this case, who is the largest element? First of all, we need to check all those conditions. If the L is less than equals to heap size, or you can say the left size is greater than AR of I, then it becomes the largest element. Otherwise, I becomes the largest, right? Suppose for example, if I say, if I do write 10, 5 and 12, right? So now in this condition, we need to check this particular element is greater or not. So we need to check if its left child is greater. Condition false. So into this case, this particular element is the ith element. So we can say this particular element is the largest, right? And in the second condition also, we need to check if R is less than heap size, or you can say R is greater than largest element. Yes, this is like greater. So what we need to say, this R element right child becomes the largest one. So this becomes here, so it becomes 12, and this will be get swept as to rth location, right? This is the way how we need to do the swapping of the I element with the largest one, fine. Whosoever either a left child or the right child is the largest one, we have to swap with the that particular function, and we have to call the max hippify alternate unless we will get the largest element at the location. This is how the max hippify calls. Now what we need to do is, we have to take a one example so that we can understand how the heap sort works, and that would be easy to understand the heap sort. First of all, whatever the array is being given to us, what we need to do, we have to generate a one simple tree, right? So suppose if I give you a array, so what we need to do, first we have to write the root node, then we have to write the left child, and again we have to write the right child. This is the way how you have to generate the complete tree. Right? This is the way first of all you have to generate the tree. Now onto the generated tree, first of all we need to check how we need to apply the build heap. Into that case, we have already studied that we have to divide the total number of nodes divided by 2. So if we are finding into this question that we are having a 10 elements, so we can say we have to apply 10 divided by 2, we need to check. It means from the fifth element, we need to apply the max hippify, right? So whatever the things is being done, so into this question, if we get that this particular tree is having a fifth element, right, 5. So let's do the numbering of the nodes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is the way how we need to do the numbering of the nodes. Now let's find how we have to apply the max hippify function on from which node. So with the help of the build max, we need to identify that we have to apply the hippify function from the node A5, right? So let's check this particular node as a A5. So we have to apply the hippify function from the fifth node. Into this case, what we need to do is, we have to apply the hippify function onto the array A, comma, fifth location, ith location, right? So this is A, comma 5. Now into this case, there is no right child. So obviously we have to check only the position with the left child. Left child is greater, or then it becomes L is equals to largest value. And in the end, what we need to do is, we have to swap the largest with the AI position. This is what we have studied in the max hippify function. So what we need to do is, we have to swap its position. So now after applying the hippify A, comma 5, we will get the tree 8, 6, 1, 4, Here in spite of 3 we will getting a 7 and then this becomes 3. Then we have to apply 12 and 5. Now this is the tree is being generated once we have applied the hippify a comma 5. Now after this we have to apply the function hippify a comma 4. A comma 4 matlab this is the node who is the fourth location. Now out of all these two nodes or either a left child or the right child, which is the largest one? 12, which is the left child. So left child becomes the largest one. So we have to swap the largest element with the ith node, right? So 4 becomes the left child and 12 becomes the I, right? Fine. Then after that we have to generate a tree, right? So now we are getting a tree as 8, 6, 1. It becomes 12, 4, 5, 4, 5, 7, 3. Then on to the 1, we are having a 2 on 9. 2 and 9, right? This is the tree which we are getting after applying the hippify a comma 4. Now we have to apply hippify a comma 3. Onto this 3, when we apply the hippify function, we find right is the largest element. So we will do this swapping again. Then we are getting 8, 6, 9, 12, 4, 5, 7, 3 and 9. It becomes 2 and it becomes 1, right? Then after that we have to apply hippify a comma 2. When we apply on the second algorithm, now see, into this tree we know 12 is greater than 6. But similarly, we need to check 6 should be greater than left child and right child also, right? So into this case, they are smaller, so we will do no swapping. But 12 will be swapped with the 6. Now the tree becomes 8, 9, 2, 1, 12, 7, 6, 3, 5 and 4. Now finally we will call hippify a comma 1. Onto this 1, it means we have to call the hippify here. Again 12 is greater than 8. So but into this the same situation, when the 8 comes here, we need to check either any of the element is greater than 8, then again we have to do the swapping internally. But it is not. So due to which we are getting a tree as 12, 8, 6, 4, 5, 7, 3, 9, 2 and 1. After generating the hippify from the a comma 1, this particular tree is being generated. Now what we need to do, we have to generate an array again. 12, we have to write it into this manner. Right? So we are getting 12, 8, 9, 6, 7, 2, 1, 4, 5 and 3. Right? Now what we need to do is, we have to swap A1 with AN. When we swap A1 with AN, then we can find 3 comes here and 12 becomes here. Now you can see all the elements on the nth position, they all are smaller than the n position, right? So due to which we can say 12 hold its own original position. Once the 12 hold its own position, then what we need to do is, we have to check the conditions after generating the one hippify. So now we are getting an array as 3, 8, 9, 6, 7, 2, 2, 1, 4, 5. 1, 4 and 5, right? After getting this particular array, now you can find the 12 is holding its own position. So after this, what we need to do, we have to again generate the tree. Into this tree, we have to generate like 3, 8, 9, 6, 7, 2, 1, 4 and 5. Now remember one thing, once you apply the heapify from build heap, so into this case, now this is the last turn when we need to apply the heapify only on the A1 again and again until and unless we reaches to the final destination. So into this case, you have to apply only heapify A comma 1. 1 पे when we apply, 3 is being exchanged with 9, but 1 and 2 are smaller. So now what happens? This tree becomes 9, 8, 6, 7, 4, 5. This becomes 3, 2 and 1. Now what we need to do? We have to generate an array 9, 8, 3, 6, 7, 2, 1, 4 and 5. Now what happens? We have to again exchange the A1 with AN minus 1. A1 is being swapped with AN minus 1. Why n minus 1? Because nth position is already held by 12. Right? So into this case, 5 comes here, 9 becomes here. You can again see all the elements on the left side are smaller than 9. So 9 again hold its position. Again we have to generate the tree with the left elements 5, 8, 3, 6, 7, 2, 1 and 4. Apply heapify on A1, right, onto the 5. Now see, when I apply the heapify on A5, we know that 8 is greater, right? So applying a 8 onto this element, what we need to do is, we have to swap this element, right? After swapping this particular element, we need to check 8 comes here, but 5 comes here, but 6 and 7 both are greater than 5. So what we need to do? 7 comes here, 5 comes here. This is what we internally swap the elements. So into this case, we are getting 8, 7, 6, 4, 5, 3, 2 and 1. Now we have to generate an array again. That becomes 8, 7, 3, 6, 5, 2, 1 and 4. Swap A1 with AN minus 2, right? When we do the swapping, this becomes 4, this becomes 8. Again we are getting a tree as 4, 7, 3, 6, 5, 2 and 1. 8 already holds its position, right? So we have to again apply heapify A comma 1. On 4, 4 comes here, 7 comes here. It to the 4, this becomes 6, this becomes 4. Then we have to generate the array. We will get as 7, 6, 3, 4, 5, 2 and 1. This will be swapped with the 1 and the 7, right? Again we have to build the tree. That becomes 1, 6, 3, 4, 5 and 2. Apply heapify onto this function. 1 is being swapped with 6. 1 here, 6 here. 1 is lesser than 5. 5 here, 1 here. So we are getting a tree as array as 6, 5, 3, 4, 1 and 2. Now swap this with the last element 6, and so on until we get the desired output. Now after doing this, we are left with the array as 2, 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4 and 1, right? So again we have to build the heap 2, 5, 3, 4 and 1. Again we have to apply heapify a comma 1. After applying it, again we check 2 is lesser than 5, so it becomes 5, here comes 2, then 2 is lesser than 4, so 2 here and 4 here. Then what we need to do, we have to generate a array. Into this array we get 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Swap this element. Now finally we get an array as 1, 4, 3 and 2. Now you can see how again and again we have to apply the heapify function onto the first element until and unless we reach the desired output. When we apply onto it, then we will be getting as, right, like 4, 2 and 1 and then 3. Then this becomes heapify. So we will convert into the tree as 4, 2, 3 and 1. Swap the last element with the first element, that becomes 1 and 4. Now the tree becomes 1, 2 and 3. Now again if we do this swapping, this becomes 1 and this becomes 3. Then we are getting an array as 3, 2 and 1. Swap 3 with the 1, then 3 hold its position, then we getting as 1 and 2, 1 and 2, swap 2 and 1, and finally we are reaching the final destination. This is the way how the swapping is being done, and after generating this swapping we can see how we are getting the desired output in which all the elements are already swapped. So this is the way how the heap sort works. When I am talking about the heap sorting, let us talk about its complexity also. As we all are aware about the complexity, that we have always discuss the complexity in the 3 cases: best case, average case and the worst case. So similarly here also we are going to discuss about the complexity. Either I am talking about best, average or worst case, in all the cases the complexity of the heap sort is n log n. So the height of the binary tree depending upon how many elements are there, means depending upon n. So due to which its algorithm says that it becomes n, right? So due to which its complexity in all the 3 cases is n log n. Fine. When I am talking about the space complexity, because it is not a stable algorithm, so we can say its space complexity is only 1. There are the various advantages of using the heap sort, like it I am talking about its efficiency, because when I am talking about the time required to perform the heap sort, it is basically increased logential basis in respect to the other algorithms, like others are being increased exponentially. So we can say this particular algorithm is very efficient. When I am talking about the memory usage, it is a minimal usage, because apart from what is necessary to hold its own initial list, there is no additional space is being required to work with the heaps. Why this particular algorithm is simple? Because when I am talking about its simplicity, it is an efficient algorithm because it does not use any advanced computer science concepts like recursion or anything, due to which it is a very simple and easy algorithm. When I am talking about disadvantages, it is very costly algorithm because it will take some more and more steps, and it is making somewhere it is complex. Somewhere it is unstable because it might be rearranging the relative orders. As I have already told you, like if we do the one swapping with the first left child or the right child, but internally also we might to be check whether it is being swapping or not. So due to which it can create an instability. It is not very efficient because if we are working with the highly complex data, somewhere it is being scrambled, and due to which we are not reaching to the final destination. So these all are the advantages and the disadvantages. Now in the last we are going to talk about the applications. Heap sort is basically used in the hybrid algorithms, like we are talking about the intro sort, in which we are have to sort the algorithms by using the nearly sorted algorithm like k sorted arrays, in which either we have to generate the data in the largest or the smallest elements in the array. So this is all about the heap sort algorithm. Thank you.